Give me some examples of problems that you've seen and solutions that you provided for people.
Sure, sure. I'll actually start out with one of my most successful engagements. And of all things, it was an extremely small organization, really a two-person nonprofit foundation. And they went out like the typical person, and they hit the internet, began looking for some solutions, and ended up on the phone with some potential vendors. And these were organizations that had in the range of $8,000 to $10,000 software solutions. And in this case, it was fundraising software. And they also needed to be able to track some things for their annual golf tournament that they were doing. And in this case, they were on the phone with these folks. They were hearing good things. They were hearing some things that resonated with them. But boy, they were really concerned about, well, is this really all that's out there? And number two is, I mean, 10,000? How am I going to come up with $10,000 to buy this? And I just haven't found anything better. And I met with them, and within about an hour or so, I was actually able to really get a good understanding of what their needs are because I knew what questions to ask. I was able to ask those type of questions. I was able to probe as to really tell me what is the exact issues that you're having, what is it that you want out of this system. And it was a process they had never been through really. They didn't take themselves through. And I took that information, formulated really a system requirements document, if you will, and I used that to guide me in my conversations with software vendors. And at the end of the day, I ended up identifying some solutions for them to consider, and they selected a solution. They're absolutely very happy with it right now, a very reputable client at this point, and they purchased that system for under $900. They ended up even negotiating through my assistance. We ended up negotiating a 2-year services agreement and 5 training courses to go along not only with the fundraising product, but we ended up finding them also an events module to track that golf tournament they were looking to manage better. I've also come across, even recently, an organization that's come to me, and very, very an intelligent group of people. They know what they're doing. They've given this thing a shot with regards to, in their case, looking for project management software. They're servicing their clients, and they need to be able to communicate better with them, make sure things are on task, and they'd even like to have their clients take a look at some of their projects. They've given 2 shots to find a solution, even having one of their professional consultants doing a search. And that person came back to them with a spreadsheet of, here boss, here's some things I found that I think you ought to consider. And I'll quote the organization, and they basically said, you know what, the spreadsheet was just meant nothing to me. It was absolutely just fluff. And they hired me to come in there, and at this point in time, within just a few months, I've already researched 30 different solutions for them, and we've narrowed it down to 2 solutions that match their criteria real well. And none of those 30 solutions actually even matched back to the spreadsheet the consultant found for them. They just didn't know where to go look. They didn't know how to go about doing the research and using some tools to match criteria to functionality. And it looks like we're going to be making a selection here real soon.